Episode 6. Echoes.
She's, there.
I
Where?
don't see it.
By the rock.
Oh,
Point. Wow, that's, halfway?
It might be a little less because of the string, but yeah. I don't get why you guys wanted to see her.
it's just,
Well, it's sorta hard to make sense when she moves all slow.
yeah.
It's like you're being chased by the world's slowest snail.
Thanks?
It's so slow that it's hard to make it feel real.
Exactly. It sort of feels like you have forever.
We don't.
I know that, but it feels like forever.
We need a plan.
But what kind of plan? All we know about my curse is that it's weird and sad, and it doesn't feel like Calham Manor.
It mostly doesn't feel like Calham Manor.
I don't want to talk about that.
But what if that's the most important part?
Calham Manor.
Why it felt the same at the exact time the ghost started screaming, I'm trying to protect you.
Oh, you're right.
But she was just screaming at ghosts. Were those ghosts?
They were kind of ghosts, I think.
I think some of them were ghosts, and some of them were other things. It's cursed magic, so it turns a lot of things kind of weird.
Besides, I don't think she was just screaming at the ghost.
Yeah, but what was she excited about? Exactly.
If it was important, we probably would remember, right?
Only if we knew it was important.
We had other things to worry about,
Ooh, like not dying.
but we didn't record it. Maybe we should listen back. There's another choice.
You don't understand! I'm trying to protect you!
Can we turn that off? It's still scary.
It was trying to protect something.
The spirits, maybe?
Or the house.
Or the magical.
That didn't help much.
We know she was trying to protect something.
But each thing she might be protecting means something else. Like if she was trying to protect the spirits, maybe she was trying to be super heroic.
She was really bad at it.
But if she was trying to protect the pool, maybe she was like greedy and trying to protect her magic.
And if she was trying to protect the house, then maybe she was just trying to keep her home.
Yeah, and each of us is different. So like, does Bert want to own Alice? Or does she think you're a home? Or does she want to use you like magic?
I don't like that last one.
What if she thinks you're at home, but like body snatcher?
Alice, do you think you can fight a body snatcher?
No.
No,
You just give up?
No, I'd fight it.
I don't know. It sounded like you were ready to give up before you even thought about it.
That's not fair. If someone asked you a really weird question like that, you'd say no first too.
I don't think so.
If you got possessed by a ghost, do you think you'd win?
Oh, definitely.
What? Why? Don't you think that would depend on...
It doesn't matter. No matter how big and strong the ghost is, I'm never, ever, ever gonna let it have my body. I'm still using it.
Rion?
I could probably beat a ghost.
Huh?
I think it might put me in the same place I went when I tried to get rid of Wolfrey. And I came back then.
But you almost didn't.
But I did.
I would definitely beat a body snatcher.
Gotta say it like you believe it.
I would definitely beat a body snatcher.
What do you think?
I think they'd be body snatcher food about half the time.
Hey,
That's actually pretty good, Alice. That's like a whole lot better than ever.
I could beat a body snatcher.
The most important thing here is, though, that we gotta do research on Calham Manor.
We already did that in the library.
Don't you think there was something weird about it?
No, it just said it was cursed and that the Covens were in charge of fixing it and stuff, didn't it?
But it didn't even say what the curse was like. That's why we went there in the first place, because we didn't know it was that bad.
We were experimenting on Voron.
Exactly, and even Vorn didn't know what it was like. She only knew how to fix it. But wouldn't it make sense that when they did stuff like that someone, somewhere, wrote down what the curse was?
But who?
We could try Mr. Eldar.
We could, but maybe we should save that for an absolute last resort.
Yeah.
We could try your old coven.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
It's still sort of weird being there. I know they don't hate me or anything, and a lot of them miss me, but being back there is, weird.
What about, well, Reuben said she wrote a bunch of articles.
Reuben!
She did get published in the paper and stuff.
Right, and she wanted to do it again. So she was writing all sorts of stuff.
Like what?
Gossip stuff for a while.
That one was bad, but school had to make her stop.
Especially after Miss Yezrif and Mr. Ongate said it was a breach of privacy.
Then she did birthday shout-outs and stuff. Except she did some divining, I think.
Yeah, and some of the stuff came true. And they made her stop that too.
Because it was about the mayor, and that time he broke his foot.
The mayor broke his foot.
It was bad because he knew it was going to happen, but he didn't know how or when.
And he tried to do that thing where people know what's going to happen and ended up making it happen.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and she was going around stealing people's hair and stuff to do that too. And some people were saying how it wasn't healthy for her to dive into trash cans for people's birthdays.
Because it wasn't.
But that's for magical ingredients. Sometimes you end up in the trash.
Anyway, it's not right to look into someone's future without their permission.
Yeah!
Why not?
Because you can only do it on their birthday. And you only see bits and pieces, and sometimes that's worse than nothing at all. Something that looks really, really cool from the outside can be really bad when you know how it happened.
Oh, well, she doesn't really talk much about that stuff.
Maybe she doesn't think it's interesting.
That feels like Reuben.
Future! What if we ask the Oracle where we can find the answers?
Talking to the Oracle better than talking to Mr. Eldar?
Definitely.
I don't know, but every time we listen to her, we end up exactly where we're supposed to be.
Miss Oracle!
Shh!
Oops. Hi.
I'm assuming this time you guys aren't cursed
No more than usual, ma'am.
or trying to steal baby dragon.
Maybe we should try doing more good things.
No, we wanted to know where we could find out information on Calham Manor.
Didn't you do this before?
Yeah, this is different. We want to know about the curse.
Oh, is it that time already?
What time, ma'am?
Never you mind about that. What was it? Give me a moment, please. Oh, here it is. Where the future is properly tended, there are things that must be mended. To find what you need to do, you already know where to look for clues. Enemies, allies, and all is befriended. All is lost unless amended. Oh, I'm very proud of that one. What do you think?
I don't really get it, but it felt pretty bouncy, so I like it.
All is lost unless amended.
I'll make you a copy.
When did you see this, ma'am?
Oh, 3 years ago? Maybe a bit longer?
That's before I even moved here. Shh.
I suppose.
What exactly is time to you?
Yeah.
Huh?
Like time, does it feel normal or is it weird?
Everything becomes normal if a change happened long enough ago.
So, you don't know.
Time is just another dimension. You walk across the floor and you don't think that much about it. I walk through time and it's like opening the refrigerator.
Oh.
It's all very boring.
That can't be right.
You'd know the best out of everyone here now, wouldn't you? This visitor of a man at the edge of the world?
Never mind.
Well, here's your poem, Alice. I hope everything works out for you.
Thank you. There's no way she's here. It's summer.
I'm not sure Reuben even has the answer.
Well, it does say to find what you need to do, you already know where to look for clues.
That you're gonna memorize that.
No, I'm not.
School spirit! Can you pretty please let us inside? Especially if Reuben's in there.
Will that actually work?
I don't know, but I think it's better to try the front door instead of trying to get through a window again.
That was awful.
You guys asked too.
Please?
Please.
Well, now I feel kind of dumb.
Maybe we should try a window.
Yes! Reuben!
I still think she's here.
Reuben!
She really likes making news stories.
Make
Reuben! Shut up! I found her.
She really was here.
We were looking for you.
I guessed. What do you want?
Can we see the newspaper club room?
If you promise to stay quiet.
We can be quiet.
Why are you here?
Because I'm trying to get ready for a summer edition.
There's a summer edition.
Yeah, it's actually sort of good.
It's usually boring. It's just a bunch of stuff about Ilfuzz or Yeti's ice cream over summer play and the solstice.
But all that sounds sort of nice.
It's not front page stuff.
Isn't it all front page if you want it to be?
That's not how it
It
works.
seems like that's how it works.
I
I don't hate writing stuff about Ilfa's new menu or about the play or anything. I just want to do something serious for once.
Ilfa's menu is very serious.
Wouldn't expect you to get it.
Wow.
This has been here the whole time.
Duh, that's a lot of paper.
Don't touch that.
A registering board!
A conspiracy board. It's called an evidence board and don't look at it.
Alice, come look!
What? Oh.
She got really good at sneaking around. I don't go out that much.
Is that a picture of Bert? How did you get a picture of Bert?
The library.
Right, your curse isn't that interesting.
Yes, it is. Do you know how many curses go down a bloodline?
I don't care. Magic's so normal. Who cares if one more person is cursed?
There are other people who are cursed.
My coven deals with curses all the time. We get rid of curses and test for curses. Someone gets cursed like every week.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, yours is weird, but it's not front page worthy.
But it's...
Don't make her more interested in me than she has to be.
I am interested in you, Ellis, because if you make something bad happen, that wouldn't be magic.
I'm not going to do anything bad.
Not yet. We'll see how you deal with stress.
They're pretty bad at it.
Gareth!
What? That's not a secret, is it? But everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
But
Everyone.
Nobody else comes in and sees your conspiracy board, do they?
It's called an evidence board. Nobody else comes in during summer.
Then why are you here?
Because it's the one issue, the paper I get to make all by myself. From beginning to end. It's the one edition that's full of everything I care about.
Like with summer play.
Shut up. Or the menus at Ilfa's. I said shut up. Also, I don't give you guys permission to record me for your stupid show.
We need permission.
You're gonna get sued.
We came here to ask if you know about the Calham Manor curse.
Everyone knows about the Calham Manor curse.
Nuh-uh. Reanime used to think it was fake.
I did not think it was fake. That's because it was a while before it became active again, and only a few of the coven members really have to pay attention to it.
Do you know what the Spider Lady was protecting?
Right. The Spider Lady who almost killed you guys.
She didn't almost kill us.
Feels like she got pretty close.
It only counts if she succeeds.
Attempted murder is a crime, so it definitely counts if she fails, freak.
We were listening to that episode again, and you know how she screams, I'm trying to protect you!
I did and listened to it a bunch of times. She yells it when she gets attacked by the ghost.
Yeah!
It's super scary. Anyway, we're not sure what she's trying to protect.
And you think I know?
To find what you need to do, you already know where to look for clues.
What?
We got a portrait from the Oracle, and a few years ago she saw what was happening today.
Probably not today. She seemed pretty surprised that we needed it now.
Oh, that's true.
What does that rhyme have to do with me?
Well, we were thinking that you might know before we visited the Oracle.
You or Mr. Eldar.
Well, Mr. Eldar might have known, but he probably forgot. But our coven should have something if he knew before, right?
I read his diaries.
And the Spider Lady?
I don't know. But I know that curses like that are usually there to protect something.
Like her magic?
Or a place. Because something bad happened there a long time ago and magic went funny and got all bound up in what someone wanted. Like a stain.
So?
Well, if the Spider Lady used to be alive before the magic went weird and she's the thing it tried to echo, it's probably something she wanted to protect.
Exactly. How bad do you have to want something for magic to echo?
Pretty bad. Maybe she died thinking about it. That's sad.
She was a servant, right?
I think so. I don't think she was mad when we got inside the house.
Yeah, she wanted to help us until she found out the door was locked.
So it probably wasn't the place she was trying to protect.
And she definitely didn't care about Mr. Ylelmore.
I think she might have hated him.
Ooh, maybe there's something about her in the library.
In the town records, maybe.
Exactly. Thanks, Ruben.
I didn't help you on purpose.
Oh, you're back already.
Yeah, we wanted to see if you had any records from when the town was made.
What records exactly?
Ones with the people who were here.
Sure, just a moment. Here they are. Contracts, list of workers, diary entries, everything that someone got out of Mr. Eldar's basement.
Mr. Eldar.
These sorts of things just accumulate when you live that long, apparently. I think he was going to throw it out when the trashman notified the Historical Society. It's not as bad as his usual entries, though. They're mostly lists.
Oh, good.
Now, they are enchanted, so they shouldn't fall apart, but they're still very old books, so Don't forget to handle them gently and wear the gloves.
We won't, ma'am.
Come and get me when you're done.
Thank you! Whoa.
I didn't know so much old stuff could be in a room.
What do you think Mr. Eldar's basement looks like?
I bet it's a cave.
Ooh, yeah, and haunted.
Like your attic.
Real haunted.
The handwriting's really pretty.
Oh, what you looking at?
The employee list.
What's that?
Oh, it just says who they hired, what their names were, and when they were paid and how much.
I didn't know that having maids and stuff was work.
Why are you looking at me?
You would know, right?
Yeah, you definitely feel like you would have had a maid or something.
No!
Really?
Well, we have cleaners come every other week, but that's not the same.
Sure.
And Mr. Obra is really, really nice.
I told you they were rich.
I didn't argue.
We're not rich.
If that's what you have to believe.
It's okay, Alice. We won't hate you.
Guys,
Do you think she was the housekeeper?
Aren't they all housekeepers?
I don't think so. There's the housekeeper, the scullery maid, the housemaid.
What's the difference?
will you stop looking at me?
You look like you would know.
I'm not rich.
What's the difference, Alice?
She wasn't in the kitchen, so she wasn't a scullery maid. And she wasn't the cook.
She definitely wasn't the cook.
And I don't think she was a housemaid because she answered the door.
There's a door thing?
You know an awful lot for someone who isn't rich.
We're not. Only the housekeeper or the butler ever answer the door.
So she was the housekeeper.
Probably.
It says the housekeeper's name was Liana Fern.
Do you think she has a picture somewhere?
I don't know. Do people take pictures of servants?
Stop it!
Well, did they?
Yeah, did they?
Sometimes.
Super rich. Maybe there's one in the pile.
I think I found it.
Where?
Just sort of in a pile. But it says Liana Fern 24 on the back.
That's her!
I remember more legs.
I don't think she started out a spider lady. I think that was part of the curse.
How do echo things and curses work?
It's either something that happened a lot or something you felt really, really strong. Usually before you die or something.
So maybe she was really worried about helping out the workers.
Well, what do housekeepers do?
Oh, they were in charge of giving the servant tasks, making sure the kitchens have everything it needs, and keeping the maids. She's in charge of safe.
You're not even going to pretend like you don't know the answer anymore, are you?
I'm not rich.
Wait, she was in charge of keeping the maids safe?
Weren't all the ghosts we saw working?
Like they were making sure the house was in order.
Do you think she's still doing her job after all this time?
But what else did she know how to do? She's not exactly the same Miss Leanna who used to work there. She's more like an echo of Miss Leanna's super strong feeling.
What do you think happened to her for that to be what's left?
She died.
Of course she died. It was forever ago.
No, I mean she died in Calham Manor.
Does it say how?
The doctor note says that she fell down the steps and hit her head.
But she died thinking about protecting people.
Bad enough to make an echo.
Yeah.
This is Ylelmore, and I'm here with my co-host
Rion.
and our assistant/mascot,
Alice.
and we're outside of Calham Manor.
Right. I have flowers and little dessert and candles. Kira's mom helped us make a few snacks from the time period, like jumble cookies.
And pepper cake. We also got normal snacks, too.
And I have Miss Liana's picture. Mom helped me find a frame that'd be safe in the rain and stuff.
And we're here to pay respects to Miss Liana Fern.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what happened, but it probably wasn't good.
And a piece of her got stuck here because of it. But she also seemed super nice.
Until she tried to kill us.
That's only because she thought we were dangerous. So we're gonna make her a little shrine thingy so that's what's left of her knows we remember who she was.
This won't stop the curse, though.
Nope, but I know that I like it, so I went away for a while and came back. And someone said they missed me.
Yeah, it would be kind of lonely.
Also, she sort of helps out. Because if she was trying to protect her people, then Alice's curse was probably trying to protect them too.
Maybe.
It feels the exact same.
I wish I could feel it.
I'm not being chased by the spider lady again.
Definitely not. She was so scary. My legs still shake when I think about it too long.
I still have nightmares about her. Sometimes.
Same.
Well, we should get started. On three. 1, 2, 3. Bye,
Miss
Liana.
Liana.
You did a super good job.
You seemed like a nice person.
You did your best.
And your left. Stories and Ylelmore is made by the It Me Podcast Production, LLC. All voices are done by me. Transcripts for the episode can be found on a link in the description at itmepodcast.com, where you can also find coloring pages, bonus material, and other podcasts. Letters can be sent to storiesandlyelmore@gmail.com. If you want to support the creator, rate, review, comment, or tell a friend about the show. If you're a grown-up and you want to offer more support, maybe you can think about donating to the code for your Patreon, linked in the description. Our outro this season is Chilawani Bambi by Powell from the Free Music Archives under the Creative Commons Attribution License.